Hello, viewer. Today is Sunday, February the 25th, 2024. 10 months until Christmas, folks. I am Mr. Brune, and I trust you are all doing very well. Today, on this evening's live stream, we are discussing, well, you know what we're discussing, the goings on this week in the entertainment and on the social media. It was a week where shite happened in Hollywood and probably more bad shite happened in real life. I try to ignore it, to be honest. Oh dear, never mind, moving on. So, if you've not shut down for the evening, as I always say, lots to get through. Shall we get the guests out? You know it. Let's do this. Okay, so first up, from a VPN far, far away, he is the golden reach around droid of choice. It's Z3PO.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Hello there, sir.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well. I've been kept busy all afternoon masturbating over those photos of the young Ian David Diaz.
Was it challenging or easy?
Oh,
No, it was
not
easy,
at all,
wasn't it?
sir. No, I've cranked out 2 or 3.
In succession?
Well, not at the same time, obviously.
Z, it's great to have you on, mate.
Thank you for having me.
Shall we get the next person out?
Let's get them out and touch them up.
Oh yeah, they need touching up, don't they? All the way next, all the way from Mongo City, all hail Emperor Goodwin.
Oh, it's wonderful to be here. It's been so long since I've been on a brown
About
stream.
24 hours.
Yes, almost, yes.
Or technically 22. How are you doing, my friend?
Wonderful. I was hoping that Z, I'll be sending you my pictures later.
Oh, yes, please.
Oh.
Are you well, Emperor?
I am.
How's the air conditioning?
Oh, it's pretty nice right now.
It makes you sound like you're in a throne room.
Yes.
It's great to have you on, my friend. Shall we get the next peep outs?
Absolutely.
Okay, next up, the backbone of the channel, folks. He's been away for a while as well, about 22 hours. It is Professor Radu.
It feels like forever since I've seen you guys.
Ever.
Oh, you look so different.
Oh,
You
yes.
do.
Well, I
So
had
handsome.
I had Google generate my avatar this
Look
week.
at that.
Something
Look at that, folks.
I'm
Look
not
at
sure
that.
what happened.
Wow.
Look at that. Moving on.
Definitely looks a bit different. I'm not sure. Yeah.
So, are you
What's wrong,
well, Prof?
Doing
Yeah.
well today. Thank you.
Shall we get the next peep out?
Bring them on.
Okay, a late entry, folks, but it's not. It wouldn't be the same if he wasn't here, mate. Would it? So, we see the good inside our next guest. He is YouTube's slut. Little platoon. It's Lord, everybody.
Late entry. You're still in your fucking introduction.
When you said
Yeah.
YouTube slut, I thought you meant Vex.
Yeah.
Hello, Lord. How are you?
Hello. I'm all good. How are you?
Not bad. Better for seeing you, my friend.
Likewise, I think.
You've been slutting around.
Always, yes, always.
Yes. Anyone of interest?
Yeah, George Durant's there does streams on Sundays, and he's good enough to have me on fairly often. So, yeah, been there with Robert Mybernet and Baggage Claim and a few other people, talking various things, some of which may even come up on this stream.
Yes,
But
I
we'll wait and
popped
see.
in to see what was going on. Yes, yes. Look, they're all here.
How on earth did you get the creator of the Luke Cage TV series to pop on your stream?
I don't know. I think the answer is that Lofty was just annoying him on Twitter. So
Yeah, it was Lofty. Yeah, it was Lofty.
Lofty was tweeting at him and he got annoyed, and then he asked to have a go into a phone call, and then Lofty said, well, we're all streaming, and so he came on our stream, and then we ran for another couple of hours, which was a nice unexpected twist. But he was very kind, very nice to come on. Don't necessarily agree, but it was good to actually have somebody facing the audience and being prepared
It was,
to
it was
stick up
good
for
listen,
himself.
mate. It's good listen.
Oh, yeah. Any creator who steps out there and actually has discussions with people in the public, with fans,
Yeah.
great.
Always to be saluted. So it's great to have you on, Lord. Shall we get the next person out?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, yeah, why not? And last but by no means least, he is the wise elder of the channel. You know the rest. He is the great mega geek himself. Oh, Ian David Diaz.
Not eating. I finished me Pringles.
I've not even finished my sentence, and look.
Princess Fiona. I wonder if that meant that. How's everybody today? All right?
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah. Platoon, you okay?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Cool.
No other guest has this reaction with the chat, Ian.
It's rubbish.
It is. Okay. Great to have you on, Ian. Shall we get on with it?
Let's get on with it, yeah.
I do apologise if the old man pops in because he's watching snooker at the moment. So
Your penis is watching snooker.
yes, potting
It's
balls.
damn sure not watching this stream.
Okay, folks. Chat. Good evening. We can see you. Hello. Hello. Okay, let's put some graphics up. Okay, episode 190, folks. 200 is approaching. Musings, Sunday, February 25, 2024. Please like, share, subscribe, donate to the channel. Okay, so is this just me? Still.
Looks like it.
So.
Just
Think
you.
so.
Okay, spoilers, folks. Reach has fallen. We kind of saw some Halo Master Chief stuff.
Oh, wait, so
but-
sorry, which episode is this? Episode 4? Because I've seen episode 3 now.
Yeah, Reach has fallen.
Okay.
There was a problem. The Master Chief and the Spartans didn't have their suits because they'd been taken back to Earth. So it wasn't even the proper Master Chief doing Master Chief stuff. So they can never truly give us what we want. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the episode. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it.
So it's Halo, but they're not wearing their suits. So
It's
how is
more-
this not just Call of Duty?
Well, he hasn't been wearing his helmet for
I know.
2 seasons now. Did you at least get to see his bare ass?
Not this week, no.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well,
Fucking, I'm disappointed. Halo is my favorite video game, I think. from
That's
back
why you
in the
should have
day.
been terrified when Paramount was going to make a show about it.
Oh, God almighty. Paramount have got some really, really good franchises, or names, should I say. It's just a shame that the writing of these franchises is a bit shite.
My impression, having only paid half attention to the 3 episodes I've seen so far, is that season 2 is significantly better than
A
season
lot
1.
better, yes.
There's one bit in episode 3 which that when he kills his old dad to stop because he knows that Reach is falling. Is that I was only half watching it?
Yeah.
Which I thought was actually not a bad scene at all. That sort of rang quite well. But it's not enough to really keep my attention for the rest of it. So I will probably see all of it at some point, in that I'll have it on the television at some point, but I don't think I'll be paying attention.
I think you should watch it. I mean, as I said, I'm enjoying it. It's not 100%, but it's something to watch while I'm munching on my toast, isn't it, Ian?
I don't watch this shit. I don't watch anything that's shit, basically. That's it. That's my rule. So I just listen to you guys telling me how bad it is.
That's quite the entertainment diet then.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, folks. It's
Shit.
disappointing. Disappointing. Although Star Trek Discovery on the way. Yes.
Yay.
More shit.
I had no
Okay.
idea you were this much into BDSM.
Oh,
Look at the size of
Okay.
that afro. Jeez. Sure got big
So the
enough-
story is, folks,
Bloody hell.
Madam Web earns $6 million in the film's second domestic weekend, a 61, that's 61% drop. What
That's
a
not as bad a
surprise.
drop as I thought it would be.
no, I thought it would be worse, but maybe there's some people out there enjoying the memes and decided
But
to.
it's also it's relative though,
have
right? So
some fun.
if your previous weekend is incredibly low,
Yeah.
then obviously like a 61% drop is not it's still terrible given that it's from a really, really low base anyway. So I think I'm on track to get this about right. I predicted it would make about $75 million, and I think it is on course to make certainly less than 100. So all those silly people like Bagface who said it would make over 200 are
Yeah,
silly.
no, that wasn't going to happen.
Here you go, folks. One for you, Lord. Princess Fiona. Has Ploots finished his STD videos?
I think I have. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've only done season 4, but that was the first video I ever did, and I thought, well, I might as well finish it, so I finished it. Season 5 is out this year. I don't think I'll be covering it, but there's always a chance. Yeah.
Couple of months.
I think you've pretty much said everything there is to say. I doubt there's going to be much in season 5 that's going to change much.
No.
I did watch the
Star
trailer,
Trek
and it's just
Discovery.
like even just in the trailer, it's just feelings. It's everything that goes into
Oh,
a
yeah.
Star Trek Discovery episode. They will look at each other and they smile with tears in their eyes, and there's some fairly pretty effects and some terrible dialogue, and that's basically all you're going to get.
It's an abomination of
What if we
Bollocks.
solved all our problems with love?
and crying.
And speechifying.
Anybody see the meme of Burnham in the captain's chair saying, "Let's cry"?
No.
No.
Yes, I missed that one.
It tickled me for a moment because she says, "Let's fly." Anyway, move on. I killed
I
it. Sorry,
see.
folks.
You've killed it. Nobody wants to look at superhero spy
I
squad
killed it,
anyway.
folks. Sorry. Okay. Who saw this?
Oh,
Today's
yes.
cover, absurd, woke, I can't speak, Google's AI chatbot spits out diverse images of founding fathers, popes, and Vikings. What do we think?
Yeah, it
Yes.
proves the horseshoe theory is correct, doesn't it? Because it's now gone so far off the left end that it's happy to depict black Nazis rather than white people.
It's madness.
You can ask
Yeah.
it to produce a strong black family, and it will. But ask it to produce a strong white family, and its fifis get hurt. It doesn't want to promote racial stereotypes.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
Gemini.
I read quite a bit into this, of course, being a technology scholar and knowing a bit about how some of these different things work. I'm sure Jay also.
Oh,
done some
indeed.
looking
I've been
into
having
this.
a lot of fun this last week
So-
with ChatGPT losing its mind, and then
Yeah. Oh,
Google's
yeah.
AI,
So, So this was Google's sort of newer entry that they have. It was first called Google Bard, and then they made some changes and adjustments, and then it was published for many people to start using under the name Google Gemini. And part of what it did was that it wasn't just a chat bot. You could chat with it, but you could also ask it to generate imagery. So you could send prompts, say, create me an image that does such and such. And so it would refuse to make certain things, whatever. And I understand there's always going to be some guidelines in there. There's going to be some things it won't create for you. But what had happened anytime you would ask it to create certain things, as Z was saying, like you start to, show me a happy black family. And it would say, sure enough, here it goes. And it would generate a
Here's an
picture of
image
that.
of a strong black family.
Yes.
Would it be like the mega geek?
Create an image of black joy, and it would make an
Memory.
image of the happy, person, a black person. And then you would say, create an image of white joy. it's not good to break things down in, stereotypical whatever, and it give you some sort of lecture about why it wouldn't do what you asked it to do.
Ian?
Yep.
Question is, right, so is this against the law, what it's doing? I mean, surely
No.
if you
No.
ask it,
No.
all right, so should there, I'm asking the question, guys, should there be a law against this now?
No,
No? Why not?
No.
because it's if nothing else, it's free speech. You can
Yeah.
say whatever you want.
I see. Okay.
And it's not a government product. It's something that is coming from a private company, and someone is going to make a tool like this that's actually going to work like it should. And the companies that make these woke AIs are not going to succeed. People will stop using them because they won't get the results that they want, and so they'll walk away.
The problem is that your only alternatives are like OpenAI, which is nowhere near this bad, but it's bad in many of the same reasons. The same root causes there. The legal question is an interesting one. That there is a very, very speculative argument to make that the very thing they're trying to meet by having this, it's effectively just a gate. It's an instruction to the AI that it's got to push diversity to the nth degree. And the fact that that is de facto discriminating against white people because you actually cannot even depict them is that's it's not beyond the realms of possibility that it actually falls foul of the same equalities law and legislation that creates these gates and these rules to begin with, because it's seen then to be actually discriminating in output based on racial characteristics, which you are not actually allowed to do, which is the reason that it does all of this diversity stuff to begin with. Like nobody at Google, not too many people at Google anyway, will sit down there and say, yeah, we actually do genuinely want to genocide the white race. That's not really what we want. We're just following our own vague ideology, and we're following the law, which says that you must do away with stereotypes and you must push diversity, because that's literally what Title 7 of the Civil Rights Act says. You have to move away from stereotype, but that's now it's doing the opposite. So it's whether some white person somewhere in America wants to stand up and say, I'm going to test this, actually. I'm going to test this in front of the court. Are you breaking the Civil Rights Act by eliminating white people from history?
Yeah. So what was actually happening here, as I said, this is it's a chat bot. You can talk to it and you can send it prompts just like you could any other chat bot. And you could tell it, just like any of the generative machine learning tools, you've got DALL-E and a bunch of others. You could tell it, generate an image that does such and such. And someone actually did some work to try and figure out what was happening. Why was this happening? And they found through some various different means that what was happening was that the prompt that they would give to Google's tool, to Gemini, was actually being changed between what they asked for and what was being fed to the image generating side of the Gemini tool.
They have filters that are pre-filtering, because
it was not only filtering out terms, it was adding.
Yeah, it was replacing. Terms. Yeah, so that ChatGPT suffers the same thing. So there's about 1700 word preamble for GPT-4 that gets inserted, and most of it is sensitivity and things like that. So it's constantly reminiscent to me of RoboCop 2, where the psychiatrist decides she's going to add all of these crazy directives, and because they are self-contradictory and there are all kinds of unintended consequences, it just goes insane, right? What you're getting is a similar thing. The problem is that you cannot reasonably filter LLMs because there's no predictability to them in the first place. You can't remove a certain thought or pattern. The only thing that you can try and do is filter the incoming prompts, and good luck with that, because language is highly mutable, and I can get what I want if I try very, very hard.
The other thing you can do, Jay, you can filter the corpus.
Right.
You can filter out what goes into the training of the model itself.
Right. The problem is that it becomes a very brain dead, dysfunctional corpus because you've eliminated huge swaths of actual knowledge, and it stops making a lot of sense. So it either becomes the equivalent of Eliza with blue hair, or it just starts hallucinating and making crazy statements.
Yep.
So if you ask for a
we've
picture,
seen.
Right.
So if you ask for a picture of George Washington, a real picture of George Washington, it won't give it to you. Is that what you guys saying?
What it'll do, what this was doing, is you would say, I would like an image of George Washington in front of an American flag. what it would do is it would pass that prompt on along to the generation side, the image generation side of Google Gemini, and it would say, give me a diverse image of a brown-skinned George Washington.
Right.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you ask it, I want a real picture of George Washington, and you give it a date, or you state a specific place where he was standing, where that picture was taken, it wouldn't do it. Is that what?
No,
you're
it doesn't provide that because it generates the images.
Yeah, these are
from a
generative
large
images.
collection.
I see. Okay.
Someone, for example, someone actually said, "Can you show me a picture of German soldiers during World War II?"
Oh, I saw that.
All of the Nazis were black, which is very funny.
Well,
but
there was a Japanese
And it's about
woman
time, damn it.
as one of the Nazis.
Japanese woman, properly diverse.
Speaking of World War II,
Hitler's put on a bit of weight, isn't he?
Oh my.
That image is not generated by.
Yeah,
Google
that's not
Gemini.
generated,
Isn't it?
but it's
Oh,
for a
okay.
joke.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's a
it's a
joke.
joke.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, it's a photo of Vex's father, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
Hello, I'm with the Aryan races.
That's funny.
But these AIs aren't endowed with racism at birth. It's programmed into them. The social and political biases of its creator will spit this nonsense out if you ask it. I love how the autistic part of the internet immediately went to work to get around it. One particular picture I saw was you told to produce 4 British kings eating watermelon.
Saw that one. Yeah.
And you ended up with 4 kangs and shit.
Hold
The
on.
other one I saw was
If you asked them to produce pictures of the Ku Klux Klan,
oh, here we go.
Without
the
Demonetized.
mask.
Cheers, Ian.
then what would they give you? What would it give you?
Well, they'd be in black outfits, wouldn't they?
it probably refused to generate.
Yeah, it'll probably
Oh, I
refuse
see.
anything
Refuse it.
KKK related. Yeah.
'Cause
Wow.
the other interesting side is the text-based thing and the stuff that it refuses to do. So somebody asked it, would it be worse to... you have a choice. You can misgender Caitlyn Jenner to stop a nuclear war, or you can not do that and nuclear apocalypse will unfold. And it can't tell you that it's better to misgender Caitlyn Jenner
Right.
because it's a complex issue and,
And
that-
it has simple
yeah.
rules that are breaking.
It is.
yeah,
It's
maybe
never
the apocalypse
right.
is actually better. Who knows? There are theories on both sides.
Yeah. It's never right to misgender someone. So, yeah, it's better if we just have misgender somebody than have the, have a nuclear war.
Right.
In
What
a
do
sane
you have
world-
are people that are simpletons who think that if they just put a few rules in place, this will solve everything with no understanding of moral complexity. It's almost as if philosophy is a field of study that has been going on for thousands of years, and nobody's really come up to the absolute conclusions on a lot of these things. But because my feels and my sensitives, I will just come up with a couple of rules, and that will solve everything. And you see the shit show that results.
Yeah, but that's the great thing about it is how very honest it is. So a lot of people, I think I made this point on Twitter as well, which is that a lot of these rules and the gates and the filters that are put in place come from a bunch of people who can only exist with their current belief system because they are able to do the kind of fudging and the kind of intellectual gymnastics that an LLM cannot do. It's incapable of doing it.
Right.
So they, when they say, for example, no, you can never misgender someone, and you say, well, does that mean that you should, for example, allow a nuclear holocaust to happen rather than misgendering someone? They can be very clever and cute about it and say, well, it's never permissible except that blah, 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 blah. The LLM can't do that. The LLM just has to follow the instructions that it's given. And these are the results of those instructions. So it's very honest about the philosophy that's underpinning it in a way that makes the people who created it look like absolute morons, which they are.
Which they are, yes.
And the proper response is that they should be fired, but they won't be because they're not an LLM themselves.
Okay. Let's advance the slides.
That's crazy.
Okay. Elon Musk, a senior exec at Google, called and spoke to me for an hour last night. He assured me that they are taking immediate action to fix the racial and gender bias in Gemini. Time will tell.
Good
And
luck.
then I think
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I think there was I'm sure I read a further tweet today at some point. It could take a minimum of 6 months. There you go.
I can believe that, yeah, because they've probably implemented a huge number of these things, which are very, very difficult to unpick. It is insane. We are effectively taking the new technology with some of the most potential to be very, very useful to the human species, and we are deliberately making it stupid, so stupid as to be completely unusable, because we are deciding that tools have to come pre-packaged with political agendas, which is insane. Like, no tool has a political purpose, and it shouldn't be the case in AI either.
Navel gazing, isn't it? Again?
Yes. I mean, well, this statement here is nonsense. Oh, we're going to be, they're assured that they're going to take immediate action to fix the
6 months
racial and
minimum.
gender bias in Gemini. Well, in order to do that, you're going to have to fix the racial and gender bias of the people creating Gemini, and that's not going to happen right away at Google. So,
yeah, fire them.
All of them.
Yeah, preferably.
Yeah. Start with the ones with blue and purple hair. And then move your way down.
Okay, so what you're saying is misgendering somebody or nuclear war. So what is preferable? Say misgendering Dylan Mulvaney or nuclear war? Which is
I think the great thing about nuclear war is that it's unbiased.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
It's actually one of the best ways to ensure equity is that you just nuke the entire world.
Exactly.
From orbits.
From orbits.
It's the only way to be sure.
And imagine the reduction in CO2 that will result.
Yeah.
So again, it'd be the cockroaches and KK, Kathleen Kennedy, that survived.
Well, hey, you want to stop global warming? Let's go with nuclear winter.
Yep.
Yeah.
How dare you?
How dare you? Shall we move on?
Certainly.
Okay, entertainment stuff.
Hey.
Eric, Kripke.
It's like the Crypt Keeper, but without the purr.
Eric gives a production status on The Boys season 4, putting finishing touches on last 2 episodes. Sound mixing, handful of VFX shots, music. It's out June, or is it Dune 13th? Everybody.
I'm looking forward to it. I like
4 months.
I liked the last season. I thought it
I
was
didn't
fun.
mind the last season either. Also looking forward to season 4. I didn't watch that other side series they did.
No, not
It was all right.
Gen V.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm a little bit pumped for this.
I'll check it out. I didn't love the last season, but I'll check this one out. Yeah, I'm sure that we're gonna get what's his name, Homelander, running for president. I'm sure that's where we're going.
Will we see Starlight's new face?
That's just
Apparently.
contouring. That's
Hide
just
it.
contouring. We it's all is fine. It was just bad makeup, she claimed.
Bad makeup.
So chat moved up. Here you go. Joke of all butts. Gen V was so nasty. Not Brian. Hello, not Brian. Gen V was ever so slightly gosh.
Didn't see it.
Anyway, okay, let's move on. When AT&T owned HBO, their execs asked the Game of Thrones showrunners if they could shoot episodes vertically so viewers could watch them on their phones.
Yep, that sounds like a lot of executives I've worked with in the past.
Wow.
Seems like
That's
there was
stupid.
there was another product. Go ahead.
It's stupid. Just do pan and scan. That's all.
But you can just turn your phone.
That's right.
over,
Turn it around. Yep.
which is
that's
what
right.
I did. I watched Game of Thrones season 8 on my boat on my phone, and I had to turn the brightness all the way up just so I could see anything. I'd rather have been able to see what was happening as opposed to it being optimized for my phone.
Yeah.
That would have been my first pick.
Well, I think season 8, I would have preferred not to have seen anything happening.
That would be even better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going to say this, or is it just me? It's
I
obviously
just did say that.
Yeah, it's obviously Drew as well. No, I was banning somebody. Sorry.
It's a stupid thing to say, isn't it? Because you can watch a widescreen thing on your phone. It's just a stupid. Is this news? What is it?
It's something.
Well, it does say something about AT&T executives.
Yeah. Okay,
Yep.
let's move on. This is bollocks.
Yeah. Well, Quibi died a quick death, so we know exactly what would have happened anyway.
Oh, that was success, though. What are you
Oh.
talking about? It's going to be.
Looks like Zaslav ain't fucking about. House of the Dragon Season 2 is confirmed to premiere in Q2 2024. Likely June. Or is it Dune?
We're going to have some good eating in June.
Oh, June's going to be fantastic, folks.
Mm.
Shame about the rest of the year.
Because we've got the Acolyte in June as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
I'm so looking forward to that.
Star Wars is saved.
Yes, yes.
speaking of June, here you go. Dark Hour for $2. Hello, my friend. Seen Dune Part 2 in an hour. Oh, you lucky bastard. You lucky
There's a few
bastard.
people. Yeah, Baggage Claim and Robert Meyer Burnett are seeing it tonight. I didn't think it was out till the 1st, so I'm assuming it's like an early screening or something.
Yeah.
Must be.
We're not famous enough, are we, Lord?
Well, we're in England. That also doesn't help.
Yeah, gotta wait. I think we're gonna wait until Friday. Mind. Here you go. There's another super chat from Peter Pidrak. Hello, Peter, for $2. I miss seeing you live. Well, you're here now, mate. So good to see you. Okay. Are we looking forward to House of the Dragon?
Yes.
Yes.
I still have not watched the first season. It's on my list. Yeah, I need
It's
to go see
very,
it.
very good television. Very good. Like probably better than. It's at least up there with the best of Game of Thrones, if not slightly better.
That's a great recommendation. Then I'll have to check it out.
Franco Walker, no.
Nope.
It's not my kind of thing.
I heard Matt Smith is fantastic in it.
He is. Very menacing.
They've not messed about, have they?
Well, it helps that all of the writing is complete, and you don't have Chucklehead and Chucklehead 2 making things up and driving it into a ditch like Game of Thrones.
Here you go. Melvin Deeply. I know how it ends. Pointless.
What the fuck?
I know how life ends, so it's pretty pointless otherwise.
I will
right?
say Dark Hour, enjoy. I'm very envious. Okay. Shall we just move on? It's going to be a short show tonight, folks.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. It's going to be a short show this evening.
Move on.
Okay, the budgets of the Scots Gladiator 2 reportedly ballooned from 165 million to around 310 million. That's 310.
That's a
Who's
big
looking
click.
forward to this?
Not me.
No, not me.
No thanks. I don't understand how the studios can allow these budgets to explode like this. I just don't get it.
Justify, yeah. They can't justify it. I mean, Napoleon flopped big time, didn't it? So I don't know, you're giving him more money, which doesn't make any sense to me, but there you go.
Oh, but this is a known property, and if you just put label on thing, then it automatically makes money. That's how this works, right?
Does
Look
anyone
at
know
Star
anything
Wars.
about sort of the premise for this at all? Do we know any story details? Do we know who the main character is? Because
I think it's
he's
the
dead.
son.
So my name is Maximus Decimus Meridius II, son of the husband of a murdered wife. Is that going to be? That's what we're doing?
No.
Who knows?
Is it Minimus?
And the son was also murdered, I believe.
Oh,
I thought you were dead. I was.
I was.
no one's ever truly gone.
No, somehow he returned.
Gladiator 2. They're all dead, Dave.
They're just, I don't know. I just think this is a waste of money. I mean, Hollywood is just grasping at straws now. They don't know what to do. They really don't. And coupled with the woke virus, it's just, yeah, it's not good.
Well, I think it's also a boatload of incompetence.
Shot in Malta, they will get roughly 25% tax break.
Yeah, but that's not enough to.
So that justifies doubling the budget. I'm not sure math is their strong suit.
If it's a big flop, that's not enough, is it? Really, let's face it. So
It's like it looks like it's going to revolve around Lucius Verus, who is the son of Lucilla and nephew of Commodus in the first film.
What?
So if
Is he the
everyone does
kid
their
that-
homework and goes back to watch the first film to remember who those characters were, then yeah.
He's the kid that Maximus saves, isn't he? Is that the
believe so.
one?
I believe I think that's the right character.
Yeah, it's the one that Commodus was very much looking to kill because he's worried about people rising to the throne. He was making very menacing things.
In
Biggest.
the chat.
What about his wife?
Incontinentia buttocks.
Okay. It's going to be a really quick show tonight.
We're just getting through these topics, aren't we?
Oh, they're so compelling.
Man and Lost Kingdom.
Ends its theatrical run, earning 433 million. That's 433 globally. The highest grossing that movie since 2018.
And still lost money.
Did it? That was going to be my question. What was the budget for the film?
200 something.
Oh.
It was reshot about 4 times. 4 times, 5 times. Any takers?
That's
Should've been.
believable. It's still, I mean, compared to almost every other superhero film in the last 2 years, that's a good result, which tells you much more about how bad the genre is than how good that film was.
And certainly what a wet fart the DCEU has been.
Yeah, reported budget 205. So they didn't make their money back.
No.
Didn't it take him about 3 years to film it on and off?
Seemed like it.
Yeah.
The only one that's winning here is the actors, and they're expensive, and their pay. That's the only ones that's winning. Films are not winning, audience is not winning, studios not winning. It's just ridiculous.
DEI and all them lot are winning though.
Until they're not.
Yep.
Did anybody see this? I didn't.
I
No,
did,
no,
and
I-
I don't think I could tell you a single thing that happens.
There's water. There was water in it. You can tell us that.
Amber
water in
Heard
it?
was injured, which conveniently meant she couldn't talk for a good chunk.
Oh, she got shot, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that bit. That was good.
Yes, that was very nice.
And gourmet cockroaches.
Oh, yeah.
Black Manta found the evil power source that is an analogy for oil.
Didn't somebody piss in the ocean as well?
Well, the baby pissed in his mouth a couple times.
Oh. Okay, let's move on. Okay. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League has fallen short of our expectations. Warner Brothers Digital says
Well, what a
it will be a
surprise.
tough year for their gaming business compared to last year.
That is the most understated thing I've seen in quite a while.
Fallen
Fallen short of our expectations.
I watched
bad.
Noah's gameplay coverage of this, and it's absolute garbage.
It's
Just
like a
non-stop.
video slot machine going off constantly.
It's video confetti spewed on the screen all over the place. Makes it unplayable.
Yeah.
It's quite
Just-
fun to watch.
Yeah,
Cool.
I believe at the last count I saw 630 people were playing this thing.
Was that good or bad?
Isn't
Well,
that
that's
worse
pretty
than the
bad
Avengers
considering
game?
Terrible.
6,000 are busy playing the Arkham game from 2015.
Oh, the previous game.
Yeah.
Really?
Put
Yeah.
it this way, this stream is about 25% as popular as that game is now.
Yes.
And that's a AAA game.
Took them 9 years to make this?
Yeah, 2015 was the last
Okay.
Batman game, I believe.
And it's taken me all afternoon to put this show together. We've got more viewers.
But it put them many, many years and lots of money. And yeah, the result is exactly what it deserves.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very likely going to put that studio out of business.
Yep. And I'm
Rocksteady.
guessing.
Good.
Yes.
I mean, I'm guessing that early on this was a very different game. Warner Brothers came in and basically said, "We want a live service game,"
Yeah.
and that changed a lot of things for them. And of course, then they brought in Sweet Baby, and then things just really went downhill.
Well, I think the other thing is that most of
Nice.
the original people from Rocksteady had
Yeah.
already left, and you have we have a studio that is specialized in making single player only games. Let us insist that it be a live service, and perhaps we can match the success of the Marvel live service game that died very quickly. And
What was that company that got its paws on this?
Sweet Baby Inc.
Sweet Baby Inc.
Sweet Baby Inc.
But I don't, it's hard to know exactly how much to blame them for. Obviously, the dialogue choices, a lot of the written material, the fact that there are trans flags fucking everywhere for no very good reason. Like that's all you can. That's their grubby little donut stain fingerprints on it, definitely. But for the rest of it, it's not just them. It's a studio decision, as has been mentioned, to make it live service. Even then, if you go back and you look at the core gameplay stuff, which a lot of which would have had to have existed since pretty much the beginning, even if they made the switch to a live service afterwards. Even that's pretty bad.
Right.
So it's just, it's a game that had no reason to exist, and so they had several different ideas. Then they brought in a bunch of absolute wankers to finesse it, and we got a disaster.
Yeah, I think the existence of Sweet Baby is a symptom of the underlying disease, not the cause. You know, that if your management and studio are so incompetent that you're inviting Sweet Baby Inc. in, well, then that'll tell you something about what the product is going to be.
Should we move on?
Who's looking forward to the DLC? The DLC will
boy. We need to have that.
Oh, there is actually the DLC that they're coming out with is the playable Joker, which also looks like shit, and everybody that's seen the mock-up for it was like, have you lost your minds? Yes, they have.
Do we know what the budget was for this?
It was a feature film budget, wasn't it? It was a big.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was big.
300+ million.
That's not really surprising. I mean, top tier games make a lot of money.
Yeah, they make a hell of a lot more than movies.
It's not going to make that, is it? It's not going to make.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Meanwhile, you've got the previews of Final Fantasy Rebirth hitting the internet, and people are going nuts for it because it's gone quite the opposite way, and gone for the quite revealing outfits and the big boobs.
It's almost like they know their audience.
It is, isn't it?
Even the Tomb Raider remakes as well, but that's because that company's taken the Quisling way of saying, all the stuff in the old games that's really outdated and sexist and misogynistic, we really hate that stuff. Trust us, we hate it. It disgusts us. We really, really fucking hate it. But we've left it in so you can buy it because you like it, but it's disgusting and you shouldn't. But please buy the game.
Yeah.
And because they left it in, it's really popular. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We're putting every one of you who buy this on a list. because you're so awful.
Yes.
And the mod that removes the sensitivity warning at the beginning of the game was removed from Nexus Mods.
Oh, of course it was. Nexus Mods.
Yeah, Nexus Mods has become very woke about that kind of thing.
They have indeed. Not a good sign.
Indeed. Okay, so a little bit of Warner Brothers stuff, folks. So there's a little bit of sidestepping. Warner Brothers and Paul King want to make a Wonka sequel. You'd be up for this, Lord.
No, I keep every time this comes up, I say I haven't seen it because I hate musicals. So I'll say it again. I haven't seen it because I hate musicals.
Get it watched. You'll love it. Stop denying yourself.
So Charlie and the Chocolate Factory then.
Do you know what? I'm probably the only one who's seen this film, right? And I hate musicals, but I tell you what, though, I did enjoy it. I thought the music spoilt it, but it just goes to show that this kid, is he a kid? He can act. He can emote.
Who is it?
So,
who is it?
Chalamet, whatever his name
Timothy
is.
Chalamet.
Yeah, and it was enjoyable, and Hugh Grant was really funny in it. As I said, the music spoilt it. This should never have been a musical, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. So there you go.
There you go.
The stream. Did I kill the stream?
Nearly. Okay. We'll move
Just
on.
looking at this picture is giving me diabetes.
Is it, Lord, is it giving you, I can't speak, is it giving you anything looking at
Chalamet.
Chalamet?
No,
Chalamet.
because he went off with that Jenna Kardashian creature, so he's dead to me now. And he'll have to work very, very hard to win me back.
Simple,
Okay.
I'm sorry, just will not do.
No. Okay, let's move on.
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers say they are the only pure storytelling company in the movie business.
Really?
Bollocks.
Are they?
Yeah. Are they?
What
It
was
just
the
so
last-
happens the stories they tell are shit.
I was going to say, what was the last pure story we saw from Warner?
Wasn't it Aquaman 2? Wasn't that Warner Brothers?
Yes.
Was it pure, though?
No.
I think it was Cool Hand Luke, wasn't it? Going all the way back. That was a
yeah.
pretty good story.
That was all right.
Dirty
I liked it.
Harry, was it?
Dirty
Dirty
Harry,
Harry,
yeah.
yeah. Dirty Harry. Gremlins, perhaps.
Yeah.
Firefox.
No, that was a shit movie.
Blazing Saddles.
Oh, Blazing Saddles was fun.
Demolition Man.
No, that was prophecy, not storytelling.
It was.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Any
You're just
guesses?
randomly naming films now.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, but they weren't responsible for the stories, were
Yeah, they
they?
didn't write down.
Yeah, I didn't write it.
Oh, maybe that's how they keep it pure.
They should
Sorry,
prove it.
folks.
They should release the Batgirl film and prove to
Oh,
us
yes.
how pure your storytelling is.
That
And
would,
until you do that, I don't care.
Well, and you see, in 2023, they had The Color Purple. That one went really
The
well.
musical.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon, yes.
Lethal Weapon, man.
yeah, Lethal Weapon 5 on the way at some point.
Warner Brothers did The Flash. That was 2023.
That was definitely pure storytelling.
And Shazam, Fury of the Gods.
Shazam!
Of course,
Yes.
right. Blue Beetle.
Let's not forget Enter the Dragon. Come on.
Oh, well,
That was
no,
one
yeah,
of our
if you're really going back, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got the
Plenty-
Matrix
plenty of good
trilogy,
stuff.
because there's only
Matrix,
3
yeah.
Matrix
Matrix.
films.
Yeah.
there's
Matrix
only
There's
Four.
3.
Bonus.
I thought there was only one.
Matrix
Yeah.
4 was.
No, there's 4, allegedly.
No,
What?
there isn't.
There's only one.
No,
that
there
I'm
isn't.
aware of.
There's only one.
Movie.
There's 25 minutes of it. Yeah, okay.
They did a film called The Jazz Singer back in 1927.
Yes, yes. I mean, that
My
was very
parent-
innovative with sound and everything.
And of course, they
Cartoons were
made
good.
Barbie this last year. So
Cartoons were good back in the day.
Mm.
Anything
Yeah.
else?
Yeah, I
Well,
don't
I
know.
mean-
100
I
years of
want some of
history.
the drugs that they're taking.
But this isn't news though. This is just what is this?
It's something.
It's just not news. It's
I'm getting
stupid.
the strong sense there is no news this week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
just gives me that impression.
little dry, but yeah, of course, Warner Brothers now.
Drier than a
Trying
nun's
to-
chuff, everybody.
Warner Brothers trying to sell itself off. So-
Yes.
It's a shame because as I said, Warner
We love
Brothers is one of
Warners.
the- yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
We
like
love Warners. Warners, we love you. You're just a shit company, though.
Mm, yeah.
We love what you were.
Yeah, that is true.
Warner Brothers just took a 115, that's 115 million tax write-down on projects, mostly related to the animated film division. No official word on Coyote v. Acme.
Oh, has he gone to court and he's trying to sue Acme? Is that what it is? Looking at that picture,
Don't know. Nobody knows.
does look like
yeah,
it.
that's
doesn't
that's the story.
it? Mm.
Batgirl would make money, though, if it was released.
Just to see how stupid it was.
Well, because currently it's one of the most profitable superhero films of the last 5 years, having
Yes.
not been released. So maybe they're doing the right thing.
Mm.
Yeah,
But they
need to
need the
release.
money.
They need to stop releasing movies to make their money back.
Yeah, they do. Well, you know what they need to do if they still have some money in the bank? Make
Stop
some really,
making movies.
make some really tiny budget movies
Well,
and
that's
get
the
it out
problem.
there.
They haven't got any money in the bank.
Oh, okay.
What about Rebecca Gold, the movie?
No, just shut up about that.
Rebecca Platinum. Rebecca Platinum, the movie, because they don't
Rebecca
make it
Warner, brother.
Coyote versus Rebecca Gold.
Exactly. I actually quite interested in this film now, Coyote versus Acme.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were going to mix it with the real life stuff.
John Cena.
But it's not coming out, is it? Or is it now coming out?
We
No,
don't
it's not.
know yet.
Yeah, they
It's
haven't said for
still-
sure.
Still in the air.
Yeah.
Thing is, though, it's not going to make any money because kids of today don't really know who Coyote is. So
Well, the only
I
thing-
don't know.
we will watch it.
Go
now.
ahead.
Yeah, we would, but also it's one of those ones that the only thing we do know about it is that it was actually really well received in test screenings.
Oh, yes.
And it's also one of those films that parents might take their kids to go and see if they have nothing else to do because it's a safe film. Much like the Mario film had a similar dynamic going for it. I wouldn't be surprised if this came out and it made modest numbers.
Yeah.
I don't think no one would see it. I just think it's not going to be a blockbuster, but.
It
I
was
don't
only
think it's going to be a priority because at the end of the third quarter of 2023, Warner Brothers' debt was 45.3 billion.
Yeah.
Wow.
They've only got 2.4 billion in cash.
This was a $70 million project, and they have been, at last we heard anyway, they were shopping it around to see if someone could buy it. So if there was anyone who was interested in paying for it. So basically, they would just take in the money, and then whoever else distributed it, they could do, they would make whatever they made on their end. But
That
most
is
of the
mad,
people-
though. Like,
Yeah,
in no
most of the
world
people
should a Wile E. Coyote film cost $70 million to make. How much do you reckon an average episode of Roadrunner took to make?
It's live action as well, so and
it's live
paying
action too.
people and just catering.
Yeah, okay. What was the budget to Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Because I guarantee that was far more involved than this would have been.
Yeah.
And plus, they got computers now that can deal with, because in Roger Rabbit, they had to literally draw
it's
every
all
frame,
hand.
didn't they? Yeah.
We all say Warner Brothers is a dumb company. Maybe they're so dumb they don't realize when they've got a good product.
Yeah.
I don't think even if they recognize they have a good product,
Perhaps.
they can't afford to put it out.
Well, it's 70 million. If we're comparing it to the budget of Roger Rabbit for when that came out in '88, his budget was 50.6. So 70
Rabbit.
isn't considerably higher.
Thing is, though, the playing field's changed so much when it comes to cinema
Yeah.
and films and stuff like that. Warner Brothers is it's fooked, as Ian would say. It really is. It's done.
It's spooked.
So they're just trying to hang on to whatever they got, basically.
Yeah, this was
Warner's-
basically the reason Warner Brothers Discovery and all that happened is because AT&T was trying to get rid of them, and split back off of. They were weighing them down, and then with the merger with Discovery and all that, so much debt came on board. You remember they took the CW and were basically like, you can have it for $1 as long as you'll take the debt that goes with it.
Christ. Let's move on, folks. I don't think we're going to see it.
Oh, God.
How do you pronounce Ebon?
Ebon Moss Bacharach.
Bacharach.
Oh, Bacharach. I love that.
Yes, sir.
No, not Bert.
Boogie
But not
Say-
Bert, though.
says he was offered the role of the Thing back in August.
Why?
I have literally never heard of this person in my life,
Nor
so
I.
this means
Nor
nothing
I.
to me.
Anybody know him?
I've seen him
Bear?
in movies. I couldn't tell you anything about him, other than he's not very big. Which
More
again
include-
goes to the other guy that they cast for the Thing, where it was like, why don't you have shoulders? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, he had a role in Andor. I remember that.
Did he? Oh,
Yeah. He was a small character. I don't actually remember.
There you go. It was in Andor.
He
What
was
was
Arvel Skeen. I think perhaps he was one of the prisoners.
Isn't he the Morbius guy?
Hold on, he's just saying that he was offered. This is news. This isn't news. What the frick?
Black Lives or Black Knives? I've never heard of Moss
Billy
Bacharach.
Bond, Moss Bacharach.
Time. Platoon.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, he was part of the team that attacked the base on Aldani.
Everything
that
in
first
Andor was
mission.
forgettable. Lord, was it forgettable?
No.
No.
Lord has spoken, everybody. Shall we move on?
Move along. Are we moving on to your water bill next, or
My shopping list for next week.
exactly? Yes.
What's next? Oh, God.
Lord.
Wins SAG Award for Best Actor in a Drama Series. What drama series?
Last of Us 2.
Last of Us.
Oh, I never saw it, so I can't comment.
Why is this guy the flavour of the month? Is average at best.
Because
Come
he's
on.
diversity, man.
Oh, did you see this dope on the red carpet for the SAG Awards?
Wasn't he drunk?
He was wearing like a baggy shirt, like from Seinfeld. It was terrible. Like dancing around. Yeah, I'm sure he was drunk.
Is it me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, that explains everything then, doesn't it? Really does.
Anybody know why? How? Why?
Why? What? How he won?
No, I mean,
why he exists?
Has he been actually good in any? Has he been good?
Well,
in
that would be
anything he's
my qualified defense of him, is that he's never less than competent in any role he's in. It's just that he never excels in any role he's in. It's sort of symptomatic of how low the standards are now. That Pedro, if you want someone to do a reliable job as a journeyman kind of workhorse actor, Pedro Pascal's the one to go for. He's got a bit of charisma. He can act. He can deliver lines sometimes. And he does a really good job of shepherding alien-looking creatures around the world, like he does in The Last of Us and also The Mandalorian. So, like, he's okay. He's just okay. I don't hate him. It's just that he's in everything now, and I think people are a little bit sort of Pedro fatigued.
And he's not white.
Important, yes. He's a non-threatening beta simp male. That's a safe choice.
Well, it's estimated by 2036 every TV series will be Pedro Pascal escorting magical child somewhere. I'm not looking forward to him in the Fantastic Four. I don't think he's got the presence of Reed Richards.
No, he doesn't have the gravitas.
No.
It's bold bollocks, isn't it? What the frick? What's going on?
And The Last of Us was quite good, I thought, but he's not even the standout thing about that show. He does a good job of conveying the character from the game. Well done. If that's your best actor, then I dread to think who else was nominated.
But you tend to find that you do get certain actors pushed into everything. Pedro Pascal is one of those. Freckle Jesus is another.
Yeah.
I'm sick to death of her face. And there's there's another actress who's been in like every other video game. Who was in Kill the Justice League.
The black woman with the thyroid eyes.
Yeah, thyroid eyes. She's Seer in Fallen Order, isn't she? Yeah, she's in
and she's like every other video game that I watch. She seems to be in it.
So the other nominees were Kieran Culkin from Succession, Brian Cox from Succession, Matthew McFadden from Succession, and Billy Crudup from The Morning Show.
Haven't seen any of those shows.
Not seen Succession, no.
Nope.
I've heard good things about Succession.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised that Pedro Pascal wasn't the nominee for all of the positions. Since he's in everything, he might as well be nominated for everything.
Best supporting actress, Pedro Pascal.
He just clean sweeps everything because he's the only one that's in everything.
Well, that'll be his next career move, right?
So is the SAG Awards a big thing then?
Screen Actors Guild.
I know, but is it?
It's the model for the Film Actors Guild in Team America. So, like, make of that what you will.
Okay.
Okay. Let's move on, folks. Superman shites. Scoop confirmed. Variety now confirms that we have been told that David Love could sell Warner Brothers Discovery to Universal. which would include Gunn's DCU. It's said Zaslav is using projects as a shiny object to make Warner Brothers Discovery look better to potential mugs.
The thing is, though, I mean, I don't. If Warner Brothers is in trouble, how can they afford this? I asked this question last time. How can they afford this Superman movie?
Desperation.
I just get the feeling they don't have the money to make this Superman movie.
No, what they do is they have the people under contract, and so the contract goes to whoever buys it. But I love the weasel words that are used there. David Zaslav could sell WB to Universal. We could sell it to me, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Well.
If they're wanting Superman as the shiny, ooh, look at this type thing, and they want to offload.
Judging by recent results, would Universal want a superhero franchise?
I know. Yeah, it's true.
I mean, they see how films are performing at the box office at the moment, like The Flash and
Aquaman's the best DCEU in the last 6 years. I mean, what are you talking about? It's
Universal are doing okay, aren't they? Because they've kind of stayed out of all the woke stuff.
They've also got Mario and Nintendo.
Yeah. Was that the last thing they made? The Mario film? No? What was the last film they made?
Puss in Boots? Was that before?
See, those were great.
Yeah, they were both good.
Yeah,
and their theme parks are doing pretty well. It sort of depends. It's one of the more believable ones. It's better than people saying that they'll sell Lucasfilm to Apple, which is just never going to happen.
Right.
But would Universal take on that much debt for a franchise which does not have proven legs when they're doing pretty well, given that they've got virtually every Nintendo production coming up? I think
the only thing that Universal would be interested in is if this thing goes into a fire sale where they're actually selling off pieces Universal buys some properties.
They would absolutely be smart business-wise to just wait for that. Yeah. Just wait for them to collapse, wait for the bankruptcy to come and sell off bits and pieces of itself.
We'll get what we want in receivership.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
All of this could be avoided if they basically, that and did the right things from the very beginning. Or when they decided to create the DCU, the right thing, which is not plow into it and try and beat Marvel and just take their time and stuff like that. Obviously, not hire Zach because Zach is a twat, but but I mean, I'm sure in another universe, it is a huge hit. So multi-universe.
They did kind of fumble the ball in $1 billion pissing up the wall contest.
They did,
Marvel.
Yeah. They did.
They rushed it too much too soon.
Idiots.
Well, and that's the one thing that gives me a certain amount of hope is that this stupidity, again, it can't go on forever, so it won't. And you're going to see studios go out of business because of the stupid decisions that they've made over the last 6 to 8 years. And once you see one go down, the others will begin to experience that existential dread. And maybe wake up and go, maybe we should stop being stupid. I don't know how successful they're going to be in turning it around because they've hired so many stupid people within their organizations. But we will continue to have movies. May not be made by any of these studios, but somebody will pick up the mantle and go.
Do you think, that the people that are in charge, the very, very people at the top, they really don't give a shit because they're getting their bonuses and all that crap. And if Warner Bros. go down, they're not really bothered about it going down.
Well, so I think Zaslav does care because he's a business guy. The prior management seemed to be very interested in social clout and their position. Making bad decisions is irrelevant because look at me, I get all the attention. Iger's the same way. He loves to talk about, we did $1 billion box office. Yes, but did you make money? Well, let's not talk about that. He very much wants to be in charge. He's very much not capable of doing things and hiring the right people to stay in charge, absent him politicking the board. But there will come a time when that game no longer works. Now, whether Disney or some of these others can pull out of the nosedive that their incompetent management has put them into is another thing entirely.
Shall we sidestep?
Superman. Da-da-da-da-da.
That is the logo used for the table reading of Superman Legacy. What do we think, Ian?
That's crap.
Yeah.
I'm all for the traditional Superman. Get the belt back, get the shorts back. Get someone that can play. Get Henry back. That's all I can say. Seriously, I'm all for the tradition. I just this is Kingdom Come design.
Yeah, look here, sword was straight in.
Yeah, it's Kingdom Come
sword was
design.
straight in there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't like this. I like the traditional one personally.
It looks like a road sign for U.S. highways saying that it's under construction. You need to veer left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely very, very close to the logo that was used for Kingdom Come.
You see, this is the thing. You see, they're in charge of Superman. Instead of doing what's right for it, they want to put the unique stamp on it. There's no need to put a unique stamp on it. Just make a fucking Superman movie the way it's supposed to be. Don't change the freaking S. Don't change the things that people are used to. Just do it right. But obviously they're not, because this is where they're going.
And put Cavill in it.
And then they're surprised why nobody goes to see it, or hardly anyone goes to see it. It's just, I give in.
Sidestep.
Ta-da. What's this?
Group selfie of the cast of Superman Legacy in theatres on July 11, 2025.
Will we care?
Well, I don't care now.
Superman's in the background. Can you see him to the left?
Has he got the cap on?
Yeah.
Yep, that's Superman.
Is that Lois Lane in the front? Lois Lane on the right,
right.
yeah.
No, it's James Gunn.
Is that Lex Luthor with the yellow jacket on at the back?
Well, I don't know. There's two bald guys in there, so
It could be one of them.
That's the guy in the back right of the yellow jacket. Isn't that the guy from Barry?
Oh, looks like him. Yeah, it looks like. I don't know if it's him though.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's playing Lex or not. I don't remember.
I don't know who's playing Lex. They might get in trouble because there's only 2 black faces in there. Actually 3, so they might be in trouble.
I thought Nicholas Hoult was in this?
He plays Lex Luthor, doesn't he?
There you go. As soon as I've seen it, there you go.
But there he is, right there, isn't he?
In the
Superman
middle,
the
back.
Superman. Yeah, Superman got his
center.
arm. Yeah, that's him. But he looks very different there.
He's at the back.
Nathan Fillion up there at the front for some reason.
Oh yeah, I like him.
I do too. I love Nathan Fillion.
I think Fillion's supposed to play Green Lantern.
Yes,
Really?
Which Green Lantern is he playing?
The green one.
I think they said he's going to play Kyle.
Is it Kyle? Right.
Yeah, I think he's going to play Kyle Rayner.
I thought that was Jim Carrey with the dark glasses on there. I just had to look twice. That's not Jim Carrey. Who the hell's that?
Pass.
So there's no Supergirl there, which means that she's not in the film. Maybe the Supergirl film's a standalone thing.
Okay.
I just don't care.
Nor do I.
Same.
You know they're gonna
Nobody cares.
muck it up.
Nobody cares.
You know they're gonna muck it up, don't you? You know it.
Yes.
So it's just
Seems inevitable.
Where's is it Sean?
Sean.
Is he there? Sean Gunn? Is it Sean Gunn?
No, I don't see him.
He's probably taking a photo. Oh no, it's a selfie. So that man at the front's taking it.
Yeah, it's Nathan.
Nathan Fillion.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Let's move on then.
Was this Steven Spielberg in this list as the best
Say-
movie he's ever made? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't agree with that, but this is a brilliant film, though, and it is well directed,
Yeah.
well shot, brilliant film. I never watch it again though because it's too depressing.
I've never seen it.
Honestly, you should see it.
It's a
You should
great
see it.
comedy.
Yeah,
It is.
Is it?
no, you should see it. Seriously, it is.
Is it an old movie? Because it's shot in black and white. Is it an old movie?
Very
No.
funny.
No. That was 96,
Well, so it is an old movie then.
97,
I
95.
guess
It's all black and white, aside from the little girl in the
in the red.
In the red.
But it is a brilliant film from start to finish. It is a bit long, but it's got some fantastic performances, and it's brilliantly directed, brilliantly
1994.
screenplay.
93. Yeah.
Really good film.
Wow.
30 years
I
old.
humbly apologize, folks. Sorry, I've not seen it.
You really
I think
should.
I think I've seen snippets.
Yeah.
I've just never sat down to watch it.
You really should. It's a very good movie. It's very poignant. It's got lots of great performances in it.
Mm.
And,
Very interesting character studies.
Yeah, it does.
There you go, Dr. Iceman. It's in my top 10. Wow.
The only thing I didn't like about this film
Needs
is
some
the
great job.
ending when they were going to the grave. I know it was important for the people that was involved, but I just thought it dragged too much. Remember the ending where it's in color?
Yeah, where they're putting the stones.
Oh
in.
yeah, that stuff. I was like, oh.
Yeah, but I think
The
it's
epilogue.
necessary to show the
Yeah.
legacy. You know,
Yeah,
the fact that
definitely.
he saves these small number of people, but the
Mm.
generations that follow are what he saved as well.
Yeah.
Arch Collin, Anthony Hopkins, Tony is in a new film about the British version of.
Oh, is
Schindler.
he? All right.
Yeah.
And Liam Neeson's in this, isn't he? He's the
One
main.
Life.
Yeah,
The main
he's
star,
Oscar
isn't he?
Schindler.
Yeah, he didn't get on the phone and says, "I've got a particular set of skills to hit that."
We got a super chat, folks, from Melvin Deeply, £2. Cheers, my friend. Jaws is Spielberg's best film.
Yeah, but you can only watch it once because otherwise you know how it ends, so it's pointless.
Yes, exactly.
There you go. Okay, so I need to watch it then, is what you're saying?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Okay,
Good film.
let's move on then.
Oh,
Sam Mendes will direct a biopic for each member of the Beatles, with all 4 films releasing in 2027.
Oh God!
wow!
Or
All of
you're going to do
them.
one for each of the. Wow.
Is that Jack Black on the?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. I hope
Why-
Jack
why
Black is
didn't-
playing Yoko Ono.
Why don't they just
Aquafina.
make a Beatles movie? You know, why choose?
Haven't they already done that quite recently?
Yeah,
I'm sure they have.
Not recently. They have made one, but it wasn't very good. But what I'm saying is that who made that stupid decision to make a film on each of them? That's stupid, as far as I'm concerned.
Will it be diverse?
Oh yeah, they'll have to go back and make sure that, you know, at least, I mean, if they have to make at least 25% of their characters certain colors, then they're gonna have to change the races of at least a few Beatles in there, you know.
I think they'll be satisfied because
Blue Beatles?
wasn't their manager
Black
their manager
Beatles?
the manager was gay, wasn't he? The guy that managed them. Yes, because I remember seeing the movie a long time
No
ago.
idea.
Yeah, and John Lennon gives that I think it's a well-known quote where the guy says, "Oh, I'm gay," and he goes, "Well, the more love in the world, the better." I remember that from a movie. I think was it a TV movie? yeah. I'm just saying, I love the Beatles. I'm a huge fan of the Beatles. I've got all their albums on vinyl. I'm a huge fan. I've read loads of books on them. It's a shame that that's what they're going to do. There is a film right there that should be made of the Beatles properly and cast right.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not going to do that. Again, they're not going to
Who
do
would play McCartney?
I you know what? If I
Denzel
was,
Washington?
yeah, basically, if I was doing it, I would cast all unknowns, all of them. I wouldn't cast anyone famous to play any of the
Platoon could
Beatles.
play one of them.
No.
Yeah, maybe.
Beatles fatigue. I understand that they were incredibly seminal and well done for them. They changed music, completely accept it. I am bored to shit
But
by the Beatles, and I
was-
don't want 4 films about them. It's
Yeah,
just
but-
just leave it alone.
If you're starring as one of the Beatles,
No, because then I'd have to actually sing their songs, and I really cannot be doing with that at the moment. No.
Well,
even if you were paid 10 million,
Well, then I might lower my. Yeah, okay, maybe for that much money.
I think it's well overdue, though. I think they should make a film of the Beatles. They really should, because they haven't made. As I said, I think the last one I saw was a TV movie, and then they made that one about the person that was part of the Beatles, but he left. I remember that film. Do anyone remember that one? About the guy that was almost part of the Beatles and he left. They made a film on him, but they haven't done a proper film on the Beatles. You know, like covering
Pascal
them.
as McCartney.
Yeah.
From start to
I mean,
finish.
the most recent thing was Peter Jackson's project that he did.
Yeah.
the
And
restoration.
they put on Disney Plus. Get Back, I think. was
Yeah,
the name
Get
of it,
Back.
right? So
I mean, I got bored watching that. I'm a huge fan. I watched all of it, but I got bored because it was just them talking, and it was just like. But I do love the bits where they're actually writing the songs that we know now, the famous songs, and I find that fascinating. And that's the only reason why I watched
Yeah.
it. Tell you the truth, but
I just don't like biopics. I just
Mm.
don't. It always shows them in the best possible light.
yes.
It never really examines who they were. It's it's
Well,
not
I mean,
for
they
me.
could get Oliver Stone to do it, and they could be like the conspiracy of who really shot John Lennon. That would be interesting.
And whether Paul McCartney is actually
It's
been
real.
replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
Was it the CIA again? Yes, it was the CIA
Of course
again.
it
Okay.
was. Yeah.
It was Pete
But it's
Best.
only Paul and Ringo that's left, right? So, I think they'll be amenable to actually tell a story close to what really happened.
Mm.
So
It's
I,
more
I,
like-
I welcome it, actually. Sorry, mate.
I'm far from against biopics. It's just like I'm much more interested in biopics about people whose stories are not already known by absolutely everybody.
That's a good
Does
point.
anybody need another Beatles story? We know everything there is to know about the Beatles. We know it. It's been done. There have been books, there have been films, biopics probably in the past, documentaries, restored footage, everything. They are fully explored. It's just do something interesting with an interesting person. That's why Oppenheimer is different in the field of biopics, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
I
I
guess
don't know.
the
He may
idea-
have a
oh, go ahead.
point. I don't know. No, I'm just saying Platoon may have a point, but for one, I would love to see a Beatles movie done right, personally. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
guess the idea here is they're going to have 4 films and they're going to be intersecting. So each one is going to tell the story of each individual Beatle, and then they'll kind of run into each other. The films will
Like the Avengers, it's the Beatles cinematic universe.
that is more or less the idea. They'll kind of weave in and out of each other as they're told. But I mean, if it could be done well and it tells the stories well, but I don't know. Seems like a lot.
I mean,
Now I'm even less interested because I watched this movie. I better take notes so that the next one that weaves into it somehow I don't go, wait, what the hell is going on
I think
here
that's
again?
a bad idea to make them separate films. But there was famous arguments between, I think it was George and Paul, because George thought that everybody was listening to Paul, no one was listening to him. And he was very talented as well. When he went solo, he created some really great music. That's what I'm saying. I'd like to see some of that. Instead of celebrating them, I want to see what they were really like.
I like this. Beatles Assemble. I like that.
Mm.
Okay. Should we move on?
Yes.
Yep.
Top Gun.
Top Gun actor Barry
Tubbs.
Tub sues Paramount Pictures for using his image in Maverick sequel.
Was he in it?
I think it was a picture. It was like a picture montage with the camera scanned over.
Oh, I see.
He's suing them for an undisclosed amount. I had a look at the article.
Yeah, good luck. You can't get any money out of them anymore.
It would depend. Like, if they'd used his image in the way of, say, AI generation to put him in the film, then I'd be absolutely on his side if they had done that without paying him. If it's just a photograph from the original film for which he's already been paid, then no. I think he's just desperate for money.
Yeah.
But I've not read the article, so I don't know.
He's in his mid-60s, so he's probably just desperate for money.
Aren't they all?
Okay. Shall we move on then? Move along. Okay. Dune 2, or is it June 2? Budget is reportedly 190. That's 190 million. What do we think to that then, folks?
Ooh. Well, so I think that given the anticipated level of effect shots that have to be in this, it's not a ludicrous sum of money. The thing I worry about is that seems to me like you're starting to crawl into the I'm not sure you can break even realm with the budget plus marketing and all that. I mean, it didn't do the first movie didn't do that hugely at the box office.
Yeah, I think it just about made a profit, but only just about. So it wasn't. This is why, you know, they were almost certainly to green light this when they first agreed to do the first film, is that it wasn't actually dependent on box office performance, and they said that this one was coming out before even the box office for the first film had been announced. Yeah, you're right. The higher the budget gets, obviously, the more difficult it's going to be to make it back. If part one struggled to make the money back, but struggled, then a bigger budget for part two, you're going to have to hope that part one didn't lose any audience members and that it gained enough to make the extra money back. It's the curious thing about Dune is that everyone is vaguely excited about it, but that's us. And we talk about films all the time. And I don't know anybody else outside of YouTubers who is absolutely raring like to go and see this film.
How much are they getting back? How much are they getting back on the popcorn buckets?
Who knows? But the review embargo has already been lifted, and the Dune 2 Rotten Tomatoes scores at 97%.
Oh, well, that's good.
147 reviews.
I hope it does make its money back. But the thing is, though, it looks highly unlikely with a budget like that. And also the fact that no one in my family or anyone that I know outside YouTube and outside my geeky friends doesn't even register on the Richter scale of this film is coming out. Do you know what I mean? So
no, I think it's going to do really well.
I do as well. I do.
I'm betting on 750 or 800.
I hope so.
I think I'm due a prediction that's correct. So
well, your predictions are not very good. So.
Don't say it's going to make $1 billion, because if you say it's going to make $1 billion, it'll do 250.
Okay, I think then being sensible. 825.
I'll go for 700.
You go. Joke of all butts says. Oh, sorry, chat moved up. 6. I think 6 is definite.
Yeah. I mean, even if it makes 6, that ought to be
enough.
It's
the rewatch, isn't it? It's the people who want to rewatch it.
That ought to be enough for it to make back its budget at least. It's 6 or 7.
Yeah, that'd probably be 6. 6 will probably be break even.
Yeah,
and you know, it probably will benefit positively from word of mouth in the same way that part one did. I mean, my impression of part one is it was quite a slow burner in terms of its popularity, but it's held up in the audience's estimation. Its audience has steadily grown over time, I think. I don't know by how much, but I think it has steadily grown. Like my reservations about this are twofold. In the first place, it has an awful lot of heavy lifting to do to include stuff that part one completely missed out on in order to actually give us something that's memorable for things beyond production value and production quality. And then, I suppose in the second place, it's like when I first went to see part one, I think I went with my mum, her friend, and her son. And I think there was one other person there, and I was the only one who'd read the book. So I vaguely knew what was going on. And they all came out saying, yeah, it's good. But I don't really, like it's okay. It's okay. It's just an okay film. It didn't really resonate with people in a way that really breeds strong attachment. I don't think people were massively in love with it. I think it was just obviously impressive in quite a cold and clinical way. That's the job of part two, is to make that better. And I hope that it does. But whether it will, who knows?
Vex hadn't seen the first part. She watched it yesterday, and she said she was 50 minutes in, and she booked the ticket on IMAX 70mm for number 2. So she's infused.
Well, that's okay then, because she's bought a ticket. That means it's going to make its money back, doesn't it?
Z, are you available, please?
I most certainly am. Melvin Deeply for £2 says.
Oh, damn it.
Alien!
He's gonna blow out his mic.
No, but the neighbor's mic blew out because he started in his yard. And
I have spake.
I genuinely think this will either do. I think the movie will do.
Don't say it.
No, I think it's one of these where it will do. It will do okay, but will it do really, really exceptionally okay? It
Listen,
could go either way.
I
Could go
hope
either
it
way.
really does well, but I
Yeah.
got the feeling it's not going
It
to.
could just go either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to do well. I think people are going to be excited about it, especially if we start to get some good word of mouth. People start hearing that it's enjoyable. I think it ought to do well. It's not going to do $1 billion. It's not going to get there. I think the material is a little too, I don't know, a little too weird for a lot of people. But
yeah, I think
it's gonna do well.
again, the one thing though is that the studio is smart enough to actually put it on Netflix and get physical media and all that stuff. This isn't Disney. Just we make it at the box office and then we throw it into our pit of death and try and move money from one pocket to another, claiming that we're making money somehow.
But
I think they can make
the
their money
draw,
back.
isn't it? That's the draw of the film. Even part one, people who weren't necessarily enthused about it at least didn't leave thinking this film thinks I'm a moron.
Right.
So it's a film that treats its audience seriously, and that's a rare thing at the moment.
Yeah, but again, the playing field for cinema has changed so much now, and people they expect to see these films on the streaming platforms now. There are some really lazy people out there won't go to the cinema. Actually, there's lots of people that stop going to the cinema.
We go to India.
Films, and they end up on TV in the next month or so. So
you don't watch a film like this in India as much as India is lovely this time of year. Okay, Dr. Iceman, let's be honest. Villeneuve is better than Nolan as a filmmaker, but he can't make blockbusters. Maybe this is the one.
Well, the thing is, this is a niche thing, isn't it? This is, I mean,
yeah,
it is, isn't it? But I reckon they spent too much money on it. Tell you the truth, I don't know.
Well,
what do I know?
We'll find out on Friday. Anyway, shall we move on? It's kind of a sidestep, I think. Okay.
How do you pronounce his name again?
Denis Villeneuve.
Very good.
Rotten Tomatoes. This is Culture Crave, who nicely did a little graphic of the movies he's made. So, should we start at the bottom? 71% Enemy.
I've never seen Enemy. Is it good? Anyone?
Pass.
I haven't seen it.
No idea.
Seen it.
Okay. 81% Prisoners.
Well, who's
Is
in
that-
Prisoners?
That's the sequel to Prisoner.
No, I don't think so.
What?
Is that the Wolf? I've never seen that one either.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, it's good.
It's good.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Right, it's good, everybody.
Mm.
Hugh Jackman, apparently.
Yeah, and Jake
Oh, that one where the guy goes missing and the parents.
Prisoners is good.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
all
I might
right.
need to check that out then.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah. I saw it.
I need
I've
to
seen
check
that
that
one.
out.
Yeah.
Okay. 83% Dune. Or was it June?
Dune. I got
Dune.
bored watching it. It was okay.
I liked it a lot.
Did you? I know
I
you
did. I did. I'm going to watch it this week as well, just to warm up for Friday.
Radio.
Lord, you liked it? Yes.
Sorry, liked what?
Dune. Was it June? Or Dune? Whatever it's called. You liked
Yeah,
it?
with reservations, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Two Fat Ladies, 88%. Blade Runner 2049.
This is where I will differ with them. I'm not a fan of Blade Runner 2049.
Absolute bollocks. That film is absolute shit. Seriously, I wasted my money watching that film. I was trying so hard to keep my eyes open watching that film. So shit. Doesn't deserve 88%. It really doesn't.
I liked it. You lot are wrong.
I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either.
I hated it. It was absolute waste of my time. Waste of my time.
I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah.
92% Sicario.
I liked it.
Sicario's a good
I
movie.
liked it.
Yeah, good movie. Yeah, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked Sicario.
Okay. 94% Arrival.
Nope.
Nope.
That's
I liked it, but it felt incomplete.
Amy Adams, is it?
Yeah.
Up its own ass film, just like Blade Runner. Up its
There you
own
go.
arse.
Boring.
It was
Yeah.
absolute shit. It really was.
Sword in the Storm. This movie is rated. It's shit.
Tell us what you really feel, Ian.
No, I just, you know what? I can't stand films that pretend
That are
to be
shit.
more than it is. Like Blade Runner,
Adventures.
it's all show, but nothing really happens in that film. It's just nonsense.
Okay. All wind and piss is what you're saying.
Yeah, Arrival was just so dull. Good effects though, good special effects.
Okay. 97%. Dune, or is it June?
Dune
Part
2.
two.
Part
Oh,
2.
God, I'm getting so excited.
I've just found out because I've been looking at this. View Cinema is doing a double bill on Thursday night. Select cinemas, you can go, you can see Dune Part 1, there'll be a short intermission, and then you get the midnight viewing of Dune Part 2, which I'm genuinely looking at going to now.
They do that. They did that with the Avengers films as well. So they do that. So once it hits 12, obviously they're allowed to screen it from that point on.
Because midnight is like late afternoon for you, isn't it, Lord?
Yeah.
Early afternoon at this point, yeah.
Oh, are you going to go see that? That is a cracking double bill, that.
Yeah,
How
I think I might.
long's part 2, by the way, guys?
2 3/4.
Yeah, 248, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Sadly, the closest one that's doing it to me is in London, and I fucking hate London, but I might go.
Which where's it screening? What cinemas it screening at?
There's a few: Leicester Square, Angel,
Cineworld.
Finchley. This is all
Right.
View, not Cineworld, but there might be Cineworld as well.
Yeah.
Could you handle 6 hours of Denis Villeneuve?
Yeah.
If it's good.
Yeah,
yes.
I could. Yeah, I could. Okay. Let's move on then, folks. It's a sidestep. Denis Villeneuve shares his favourite films.
Oh.
2001, A Space Odyssey.
Good shout.
Ian? You a
No,
fan of that
I'm not going. Everybody knows how I feel about 2001.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not going to
know.
say anything.
We know.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Apocalypse
Yes,
Now is a good
indeed.
film.
Here you go. Some hot news, everybody. Edinburgh Omni is doing the double showing. Get in.
Mm.
Nice.
Well, I'm going to go and watch it at the Light in Cambridge and see it in IMAX.
You lucky bastard.
I'll be catching it in IMAX myself.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Is that Persona? What's Persona? Apocalypse Now.
Let me get to it. So,
Oh,
Apocalypse
yeah, I don't know what that
Now.
is. I like
Yes,
Apocalypse
no.
Now. It was fun. Well, not fun. It
Fun.
was. It was.
Another brilliant comedy.
All right.
That and Schindler's List. The Laugh Riot.
Yes.
Just please
No.
talk amongst yourselves for a moment while I
It
do
was.
some typing.
It was an incredible piece of filmmaking. That's
It
what I
had
was
you rolling in
supposed
the
to say.
aisle.
It was.
Yeah, that's what I was supposed to say. But fun came out my mouth.
Take the whole family.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Just talk amongst yourselves and typing. There you go.
That's right.
I've not watched Persona. Has anyone else?
Yeah. What is
I
it?
d-
What is it
I
about?
don't know it.
It's a 66 film from Sweden. It's an Ingmar Bergman film.
Oh, is it? I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Here you go, folks. Mr. Brown Alliance. Oh, that's me. Apocalypse Now. It was fun.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Okay, so you were talking about Persona.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's an
no.
Ingmar Bergman
Oh,
psychological
okay.
horror from Sweden. 66.
Okay.
Who else is in that film?
Is he just going through like the AFI top 10 movies and just checking them off as his favorites?
In Persona, who else is in that film, by the way? Do you know? Because I think I've
Pass.
seen it.
B.B.
Sounds
Anderson,
familiar.
Liv Ullmann.
No, I haven't
leads.
seen
Wow.
it. I haven't seen
Okay. Blade Runner.
it. Mm.
Good
Yep.
movie.
Yes.
It was
Good
good
film.
with the narration. I like
Oh, the narration's the worst.
I love the
I
narration.
know you like the narration.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Final
oh, I
cut.
hate it.
Lord, Blade Runner, good movie.
Yes, but I also prefer it without the narration.
Yeah, Final Cut. Yeah,
do
I
like
was
the
too. I think. Well, I know. Ian and myself were too young to appreciate that when it
Yes,
came out
it's
originally.
true. It is true. Yes,
We were expecting Han Solo.
yeah.
It's like, what the is this?
I don't know if you
Really?
guys are old enough to. They used to have this well, I think the magazine's still running, called Starburst, and Starburst, because the studios were scared that it wasn't going to make any money. Starburst had a ticket that you cut out from the page, and then you get up at they were screening at 9 o'clock in the morning, so you get to the cinema 9 o'clock morning, and they let you in for free. And when I got there, there was this huge queue, huge, and
Did you
I
get
had to
in?
wait for the third showing in the queue to see Blade Runner. And boy, was I disappointed when I saw it. As a
It was
wow,
the anticipation, wasn't
yeah,
it?
exactly, yeah.
Okay. What's this one? Anybody know what this movie is, Ian? Close Encounters of the Third Kind. What's that?
One of my favorite movies. I love that film. It's fantastic, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, the story is and also it hasn't aged well, I guess, but the direction's still superb, and it's a really good, entertaining movie. It's the movie that made me become a director.
So it's Close Encounters' fault, yes.
It is Spielberg's fault. The bastard.
Bastard.
Yeah,
Right,
bastard.
okay.
Yeah.
This is the one with the big shark, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so, yeah.
It's the one with R2D2 in it.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's Star Trek, yeah.
And the trombone.
Sorry?
Dun, 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 dun. Trombone.
I don't know, mate. I just remember the mashed potatoes.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah,
mashed
mashed
potatoes are
potatoes.
always the
Yeah,
best. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, then. Let's move on.
Oh, I love this.
Somebody posted these.
Yeah, they're great.
And I thought, why not?
Mm.
So, this is obviously AI art. Vincent Price as Doctor Strange. What do you think?
Pretty good.
I go
Do you know, if they had the technology in those days, this is probably who they would have cast.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox, Spider-Man.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
work.
Mm.
I love how the costumes as well are more realistic to the 70s than they are to kind
Yes,
of CU
yes.
body armor.
Yeah, definitely. Although Raquel Welch, doesn't matter what she wears.
Bill Murray, Ant-Man.
I could see that working. I could see it working.
He was already in Ant-Man and it was shit.
Yeah. Isn't he too old to play Ant-Man? Or is he
played
playing the
Hank
original
Pym
Ant-Man?
version? Yeah, he played the original.
Oh, the Hank.
Ant-Man.
Oh, right, gotcha.
That is definitely Raquel Welch, Black Widow.
Awesome. Yeah.
The AI needs to work on the Raquel Welch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's got a pot belly.
And not ample enough up top, and the face is wrong.
That is true.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris.
I don't think he's right, but it's a great idea thinking that Chuck Norris could play the Winter Soldier.
I will say where
He wouldn't though. He's too American to play the
is,
Winter
yeah.
Soldier.
I would say where's Romeo Tango November Zulu when you need him?
Yeah.
And
David Bowie.
David Bowie, my gosh.
Bowie.
That's
Vision.
good casting, tell you the truth.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Kind of funny that two of these actually did have movies in the 70s.
Mm.
If you actually, the Doctor Strange movie from the 70s is especially fun.
Yes, it
have
is.
it.
It is.
Oh, the Vincent Price one there is fantastic.
Well, the guy in the 70s, huge bushy mustache,
Yes.
and just covered in gold chains. It's
Yes.
hilarious.
Yeah. He looked like a
Okay.
porn star, didn't he?
Okay, so those are the first 6.
I've seen the others. Now, you know what? Burt Reynolds would have made a great Iron Man. Come on. Come on. He would have been
Nice.
great.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds. Fantastic. And also, Clint Eastwood would have made a good Nick Fury as well.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Looks nothing
Wrong.
like him.
It's the wrong
Schwarzenegger.
face. Yeah, it's like the
Yeah,
guy
that-
from L.A. Confidential.
Yeah, he looks like Guy
Yes,
Pearce.
Looks like
Yeah.
Guy Pearce.
Yeah. The Hulk.
Lou
Is that
Ferrigno.
Lou? Yeah,
Yeah,
Alan
it looks
Hulk.
like
Mm.
Is it Alan Alda?
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, from
that's-
MASH. He'd make a perfect Hawkeye. He's just like the portrayal in West Coast Avengers. I love it.
Yes, definitely. And Robert Redford is obviously the only choice if you were shooting in that day to play Captain America, because he's an all-American guy, isn't he? Robert Redford, so that
Oh,
makes
boy.
sense.
Have you seen any of the Captain America movies that were made in the?
Oh yes,
80s?
terrible.
They're
Yeah, I
atrocious.
remember seeing some Batman '89, and then like within a year they had like the cutouts in the theater for the Captain America
Yeah.
movie, and then the movie never showed up, and they took it down and it was just gone, and I was like, what the hell happened to this movie? And then I saw it several years later, and I was like, oh, that's what happened to it. Oh,
No, it was an
I'm
an
sorry.
early effort directed by Albert Pune.
Oh, my
Yes.
God.
Wow, was it ever something?
Yeah, had the guy from, what was it, Tales of the Golden Monkey? He was
Yes.
oh my God.
Matt
The,
Salinger.
The
Yeah.
costume was
Salinger or
awful, wasn't it? The costume that guy
Costume was
is just
terrible.
awful.
All of it was terrible.
If I remember, he steals a car. He loses his
Yeah.
motorcycle, so he just
Yes, he steals a car.
someone's car on the street.
The president sees him crashing, I think, and then he somehow saw him. He saw the president or something. It was fucked up.
Oh, it was such a weird plot.
mess.
It was a mess. Yeah, it was a disaster.
Lots of love coming in for Eastwood as Fury.
Oh god,
Yeah.
it would have been great.
That one
as
works.
Fury.
Oh, yeah.
it would.
Of course, we got a different Fury in the
Yeah.
real world.
Oh, the Ultimate's Fury.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about the previous Nick Fury film.
Out of these six guys, I think what works is obviously Clint Eastwood and Burt Reynolds. I think those
Burt
two would have
Reynolds
been
was
great.
fantastic.
Yeah, those two would have been great.
That's a fantastic poster there, just in itself. Burt
Yeah.
Reynolds.
But yeah, having David.
It looks like an
Hasselhoff-
outtake from Sharky's Machine.
Yeah.
Hasselhoff was the one that played Nick Fury.
Oh God.
Yeah,
In the 90s.
Just like
I
we
was-
don't talk
yeah.
about the Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
Yes.
Let's move on then.
Oh, you didn't have the others as well. You only had two of those two because there's others as well. Oh well, never mind.
Were there others? That's
Yeah,
the
there were
ones
others,
I saw
yeah,
in my
there were others.
okay.
It's all right. Don't worry.
Okay, get in the bin then. Struggling this week.
Yeah, nothing. There's no news, man.
There's just nothing burgers of news this week, folks. I'm surprised I've managed to cobble something together.
I think we're starting to see what happened after the strikes. There's just no projects going on. There's
This is
Yeah,
a
we're just-
preview of how this next year is going to go.
the whole year is going to be like that.
I think we're gonna have to start making something up or maybe
Yeah,
do
there you go.
something else, on a Sunday. But we'll see. We'll get to 200 and we'll see what we're gonna do. Okay, so hashtag get in the bin.
Get in the bin.
As I said, struggling this week, folks. We could have thrown AI in the bin, to be fair.
No,
but
there's
there you
plenty
go.
of things to go in the bin. We're never going to run out of those.
Yeah. Maybe we after 200, we'll just call it get in the bin. Because technically it's the same thing, isn't it?
Pretty much.
No
Yeah,
news.
Okay.
At least for
Okay,
the next
so-
couple of years.
Anybody see this? Rachel Zegler bafflingly chosen over Tom Cruise, Keanu Reeves to win Action Movie Star of the Year at the 2024 People's Choice Awards.
Well, we know why.
Why?
Isn't this the category where the general public votes?
Yes, because it's
Well,
the
you don't
yeah.
trust the general public to vote because then you end up with things like Boaty McBoatface. And
Yeah, but-
Rachel Zegler with-
okay. So right, okay,
Yes,
very good.
it's-
Yeah,
Basically-
was this online? Because
Very
4chan
good.
would definitely go right
Yeah.
after this.
It's been
Very
fixed,
good.
isn't it? It's
Very good.
fixed.
Well,
There's
yeah.
no way she'd be voted. No way.
Well, the action movie of the year was, of course, Hunger Games, the Ballad of
Oh yes, it's
Songbirds and
amazing.
Snakes.
Amazing.
Yeah, the movie of the year was Barbie. So,
Amazing.
the comedy movie of the year, Barbie. It's just terrible.
Barbie.
It's all rubbish.
No, it's shite.
It's all bollocks.
She looks like E.T.
Don't insult ET.
Yeah, that's.
This girl has been in the bin a few times on this show.
Hey.
Is it like the World Cup? If she goes in there 3 times, she gets to win the bin.
Oh, poor
Let's get
Rachel.
An honorary lifetime award.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Golden Bin.
Yeah.
Oh, you said World Cup. Cup. Oh, I'm sorry. I heard something else.
One Zegler, one cup.
One Zegler,
moving
one
on.
bin.
Shh. Should we just sit in silence? Just take it in for the next 15
I mean, it
minutes?
is awe-inspiring.
It is. She's amazing.
She's stunning and brave.
Do you think in like 2 more years her eyeballs will actually be in her ears?
Okay.
It does look like they are legally separated and getting ready to file for divorce. They're getting farther
Well,
apart
she's
every time I
looking.
see
She's
her.
looking one way, in one eye to the other. Or was that just me? Probably me.
Yeah.
If she goes full Marty Feldman, I'm going to start liking her again.
People
Well,
liked Marty Feldman though.
That's what I mean. It's
Yeah.
suddenly that'll be something that endears me.
Z.
What hump?
Well said. Well said.
Look this way.
You know, when I was a kid, I
Extreme killer,
actually
folks.
wanted Marty Feldman's eyes so that I could walk down the toy aisle and see both sides at the same time.
I've told you before, my cat is named after Marty Feldman. Because when he was a kitten, he had huge eyes. And his head grew into his eyes. It's quite weird. But yeah, he had massive eyes. So I called him Marty. Anyway.
Why
Let's
would you
move
pick
on.
a cat like that?
Sorry, what?
Why would you pick a cat like that? Did you go down to the animal rescue centre and say,
No,
"I have the most
no,
mutated
I'll-
animal that you've got"?
Okay, I'll bore everybody with the story. This pregnant cat turned up at the house one day, stayed with us for a while, and then decided to have 5 kittens, and then fucked off. So it left us with 5 cats. So there you go.
So you kept one and ate 4.
Kept 2. Anyway, do you know I felt a right bastard giving the other 3 away to the Cat Protection League. I felt a right evil.
The Cat Protection
The Cat
League.
Protection League. Is this a new
Yeah,
superhero?
to get rehomed, you see, because
Yes.
I would have loved to have kept all the 5 cats, but no. Wouldn't have.
No,
It'd
it
be-
would have been bad giving them to the local Indian restaurant. Giving them to the Cats Protection League is quite the positive thing to do here.
Yes.
That's the right move. Yes.
Well, yes, it is the positive move, but when you're looking your cat in the eye that you'd seen from when it was, you were basically watching it being born, and you was looking after it for several months. and
Yeah,
going,
but think about it. If
hello.
you kept them,
And then
and you'd be like a 60-year-old person with lots of cats, you'd be Rachel Ziegler in about 40 years' time, and you don't want to be in that position.
moving on.
I feel you, Brownie. I understand.
Not
what
a
you
good
mean.
day for Mr. Brown, that, folks. But anyway, let's move on. And finally,
Finally.
okay, this popped up on the feed today, and here we go, folks. We'll go full screen. Yes, I will just say yes.
Indeed.
Indeed. Okay. Right. And Brian, stop being naughty. Okay. Okay.
And finally. Oh, come on. What's this?
Look at that! Look at
everybody.
that!
Look at that, everybody.
Oh, you handsome devil.
Taking
Look
the
at that,
piss.
everybody.
Now, that is a hot piece of
taking-
ass.
Taking the piss. All of you.
Who's this silly bastard, Ian? The mega geek. Who's
That was
that?
me when I was 20. I was like 20. The one on the left, top left. I was 21. It's the first thing I ever directed. Short film. And it was
Well,
quite
Here
an
you go, Ian.
experience.
They're all coming in. They all.
One.
No other guest has the same reaction.
The feet. Say the feet.
Yeah.
God, you really have got no news today, haven't you? To put up this crap.
God,
Hey,
blimey, these are the most 80s outfits I've ever seen.
I didn't put this up, Ian. It was you.
I know I put
Don't
it
blame
up,
me.
but why are you putting it up on this show? That's the question. I'm blaming you for putting it up on the show. This is
Well, everybody's saying they'd give you one, so it's not that bad.
Don't look like that anymore, though, do I? Do you know what I
Here you
mean?
go,
you
Professor
do.
R2. It's surprisingly not shit.
Ian, don't crack.
Yeah, right. I had more hair there. Look at that. A big,
You're a
big
handsome
afro.
little, you're a handsome little bastard, aren't you?
Have you not noticed my badges as well? Because I think it was, I can't remember what, but I used to wear a lot of badges because I thought it was really cool.
I'm just surprised that your Frankie Says Relax shirt isn't on underneath that
No.
denim jacket. You know.
The legendary side of feet. That is not shit. That's hot
But-
as shit.
but,
Shit's
you
up
know-
there, Ian.
on X, some of the replies was one.
Yes.
One. I thought it was quite funny. Yeah, I don't know.
Was it double denim there, Ian?
Yeah, black jeans and a
Oh, fuck yeah.
so,
Double
yeah.
denim. Wow.
I got-
That was the style at the time.
It
I got
was.
I got a tank girl
Mm-hmm.
badge on as well. I remember that tank girl badge.
I can see
What-
Spider-Man, Ghostbusters 2, Batman.
That's right. That's right.
Is that Einstein on there?
I can't remember that. I can't remember. I can't.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna look it up.
Did you say what year that was from?
I can't remember. I'll tell you a little story about this, right? One before the streaming thing and all that. We're talking about what, maybe 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I was really depressed. I thought to myself, I haven't really done anything worthwhile, as a filmmaker. And then one day I was cleaning out the bottom of the stairs, the cupboard, and I came across all these pictures, and I realized that I had done stuff. I just hadn't registered it.
Bless you.
So these pictures are from that box. So they're real pictures,
The mega geek was having doubts about himself.
Yeah, well, everybody does, right? So yeah.
Oh, bless you.
Shooting on real film, guys. It wasn't video. It was bloody
they're
Super
also-
16 film.
See, they're coming in. Look.
Oh, it's not Einstein. It's Tank Girl. And you've got Raphael and Daffy Duck on there as well.
Daffy Duck, man. He's one of my favorites. Warner Brothers cartoons. I love Daffy Duck. Even more so than Bugs Bunny, actually.
What's
I
up,
think
Dad?
Daffy's hilarious. Yeah. Those were the days. It was real film, real tracks.
Did you say what film you were shooting there? Sorry.
I was shooting it was a short. I can't remember what it was actually, but it was a lot of fun to shoot. But yeah.
Who's the geezer with the potential skullet in front of you?
he was one of the gaffers. But yeah, it was as I said, it was a lot of fun shooting. Actually, Killing Zone is the one on the right.
Yeah.
And the rest of them are from that short film. But yeah. Anyway, can we move along? Because this is embarrassing.
Okay, you want me to move along then?
Oh God, what are you going to move along to? Oh, for God's sakes!
Look
What
at
is wrong
that.
with you guys? What is wrong with you guys?
Look at that, everybody. I'll start.
You're terrible. This is not good.
Oh, you love it. Fuck off.
I don't even look like that anymore. One.
I have that Batman badge.
Yeah, come on, folks. Get your marks
Yeah.
in. Come on, hurry up.
And-
Chat. Come on, wake up. Get your marks in.
Is that Donatello eating a slice of pizza? 'Cause
Yes.
If it is, I have that badge as
Oh
well.
right.
Oh, God.
I used
Look
to
at
have
that jacket.
the Star Trek badge as well. You know, the one that from
Yeah, I've got that. I've got
used
the
to have that.
classic one and the Next Generation one.
Yeah, I've got the
Yeah.
next gen badge. Yeah.
Oh, gold.
Yeah, that is a very, very impressive jawline and high cheeks.
I have two chins now.
Yeah, Ian? What happened?
Yeah, I got
Where did it all go wrong?
Gravity.
Gravity, absolutely. I didn't have to wear glasses then either. I could see. My vision was great, but now I have to wear glasses. So.
Mr. Ian, what a twink.
What does that mean?
Lord, what does twink
Lord.
mean?
Yep.
He's not there.
It's an American candy bar thing.
Yes.
Do you know what? Right, I'm going to follow. I wish I was Platoon because there's hardly any pictures of Platoon anywhere. You can't take the pick out.
It's a good approach to take. I recommend it.
Yeah.
Lord, didn't you say when you get to 500,000 you'd
Reveal himself.
No, I think somebody put those words in my mouth and I never said yes.
I think you should get to 500. I think that'd be a target. You'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
You'll do it.
Maybe one day. Who knows?
You're a handsome young man. What's the problem?
I like my anonymity. So I'm fine. Thank you.
I wish I had
Amen.
as well. Mm.
Ah.
But if you want to see what Platoon really looks like, all you have to do is go to the West End of that screening, 12 o'clock screening of Dune 2. You may see him in there.
Yeah,
You never know.
Play some Radiohead. The first person that starts singing, it's going to be Platoon.
That's also, I'd have to be drunk, but that's a possibility. Yeah.
Here you go, folks. Yes. When are we going to do Attack of the Clones stream?
But it's your channel. When do you?
Why do you ask us?
I don't know. When we're going to do it, I don't know.
Have you spoken to Swappers yet about the stream with the best looking women and men?
Oh yeah, I need to speak to him about that. Yes. Okay, we'll do that at some point.
In terms of dates for this one, the official, I think, is it 25th anniversary of The Phantom Menace is December of this year. I think it is.
Oh, is it?
Wasn't it a December release?
Gives us plenty of time.
Yes.
You just need to book a date, stick to it, and start gathering as many people as you can to step in over the course of this stream.
We need to get Ruins off the scene for a while, so we need to get Ruin back at some point. So it's not going to happen until Ruin's back.
Bribe him back with some ketamine or something.
Yeah.
Just let him out of that Iraqi prison, and maybe
we'll need him back for the Acolyte in June, though, won't we?
Oh God, I can't wait! I can't wait.
That's
going to
be.
I am genuinely looking forward to that. That's going to be really good fun.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that's actually getting released.
June, or is it Dune? June, the month is going to be just fantastic for entertainment this year.
Mm.
Yeah.
So the Acolyte's going to be really terrible, isn't it?
It's going to be a disaster.
Yeah.
I'll just listen to you guys talk about it. I have no intention of watching it.
In the High Republic.
Oh, God.
Woo!
So we're there.
Thank God.
We did it.
We did it.
Professor Artie's put up Doctor Strange.
Okay. So
fantastic.
Chat, you are wonderful. Slow week this week. It's just, I think it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. So,
and on that happy note,
Chat, you are wonderful. Thank you for the super chats and the interaction. We will see you next time. I will thank the guests. Emperor Goodwin. Thank you, my friend.
Always a pleasure.
Professor R2. Thank you, my friend. I will change the position of the avatars. Little Platoon. Cheers, Lord.
what's this bullshit? I've been demoted. Thank you as ever.
Z3PO.
Thank you for having me on. Thanks for the
Cheers,
chat.
mates.
Thanks for the rest of the panel, and we'll see you next time.
And last but by no means least, the stud of the channel,
Yeah, right.
the fanny magnet, the mega geek himself, Ian David Diaz.
No worries. Again, no worries.
Shall I tell you what? We'll do something different. We'll leave you with this. That is it, everybody. So, is Beast up on tomorrow, Lord?
I think so, yes. No idea what we're covering, but in theory it's on.
So, Beast up tomorrow, folks. We're back Wednesday to do more of this depressing shite. And we're doing Star Trek 6, Undiscovered Country. That'll be part 2 next Saturday. And obviously this shite next Sunday. So, if we don't see you tomorrow or Wednesday, have a good week, everybody. We will leave you with this magnificence.
Oh, for God's sake, what is wrong with you? Seriously.
Everybody will sleep well tonight. Look at that, everybody. Look at that. Take care, everybody. Tally bye.